fold my flag. And I'll bust your head if it's about that cash. Give me a dickie, I don't need an outfit. A 305 fitting just to match my kicks. Cause bitch, I'm live.
Yeah, and I can't even lie. You can tell by my red ass eyes that I'm high. I'm doing sign language, screaming fuck the other side. Flogging ass niggas, they ain't nothing but some lies. We beat niggas and have bitches like guys. Them boys in that all black wide. Mouths get wide and bitches get dug. And bodies get left in the middle of the club. And yeah, we love drugs more than any other. Guns standing from the ceiling to the motherfucking floor. And we get it and we go, it's like we get it from the stove. Leaving the White House with a dicky full of blow. My nigga,
that's a special way I fold my flag. And I'll bust your head.
Welcome, gentlemen, back season 14 to All the Smoke, brought to you by Pickett Realty, the #1 real estate brokerage in Miami. And one of their lead supervisors, Kevin Nunez, is actually in our chat. So any real estate needs that you might think you're looking for now or in the future, make sure you reach out to Kevin.
That lead supervisor, was that condescending or?
I don't know what you want to call him. Is he? I don't know if he's a realtor, if he's a supervisor, if he's a lead, if he's the owner. I'm not sure, but I know he's a big dog in there. So
all right,
Pickett Realty
supervisor. I don't know. Sounded a little condescending.
No, yeah, he's got some realtors under him. He's mentioned it before. And whatever, he's my sponsor for All the Smoke. So, and that means he's your sponsor too.
Yeah, unfortunately, but what can we do?
No, I like Kevin. He made you look good all season, last season.
So.
Without him, you would have been looking up to Dak and Timmy. So,
all right,
boys. So for you that are new here, All the Smoke, we try to cover insights, some late drama, some new drama. We don't hold back, and we're cool with receiving all the smoke, and we really mean that. So feel free to reach out, to comment on anything we say, and hold it to us. You know, we've had some good segments last season that we were caught on, like Andy thinking that the 49ers were not going to score a point in the playoffs. And that ultimately led to a member of the 49ers being kicked out for an entire season of Done Deal. So it doesn't get any better than that.
So be careful.
Be careful.
Don't come after me. All right.
Let's go off first with we have a rookie this season. His name is Jerry from a team called Don't Sleep. Very well-known team in Miami. You guys like our producer there and his head? It gets bigger by the season. So there's a team out there called Don't Sleep. We're cool with them. We mostly travel to the same tournaments. They're a very, very solid team, and they have a very good quarterback. And I've been hearing that some of our guys, when I say our guys, I mean Done Deal, they don't really want us to bring in Don't Sleep guys. And I'm not sure what that means, Andy. Do you know what that means?
Is it Done Deal or is it just one guy?
That's a good point.
Yeah, who else is on that?
So what you're saying is that why does Edgar now want Don't Sleep, Done Deal?
I mean, yeah, I guess that's the elephant in the room. I mean, that's with good reason, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know enough about that situation. I've heard. I wasn't there, but
I'm gonna give you guys some insight that most of the people watching this probably don't know. So when the last season ended and Edgar reached out and said, "Bro, this is amazing. This product that you guys have here, I'm all with it. I'm here to help. I just asked for one thing." And I said, "What's up? Name it." You know, like I told him from the one. Not that we didn't see eye to eye. We weren't friends. We weren't cool. We didn't really talk before the deal. So I told him, you, even though you and I don't talk, you are gonna be good for Done Deal. Like, I want you in Done Deal. Please join us, like, and help us grow, because he has a great following. And he told me the only thing I asked from you, Joan, is don't let any of the Don't Sleep guys come in. They'll ruin the league. And you have Angel? Is Angel there or?
I got kid issues.
Oh, all right.
It's called being a parent.
It's all right. Tell Roger to go to his room, bro.
Yeah. No. Roger, go to your room.
God, bro, that guy, bro. He might be the worst player drafted before 80 in these past tournaments.
I'm not gonna let you talk about my teammate like that. But
that was one of the mistakes on the Cowboys. But I guess we can We'll leave that. We'll leave that for a later
Really?
time.
You think he should have gone before, or Jesus should have gone before?
I think Jesus should have gone. Not any other, but I just think Jesus made you guys better. He's a threat down the field. Where Roger, obviously, good hands, great hands.
But Jesus complains too much for me, and I can't deal with that.
Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah, sure.
I'd rather lose value a little bit than because I don't think the trade-off is that big, to be honest with you.
You rather have the puppy dog 5-yard hitch. That's gonna do
100% before dealing with him on the sideline, telling me to throw me a go route.
That's fair. But yeah, I didn't agree with Edgar. We got lucky, or he got lucky, I guess, that not a lot of the don't sleep guys joined. I heard that they wanted to, but I know Jerry, bro, for 10 plus years, and he's always been a cool guy. And he fit right in. The captains alone have been murking that guy. Bro, the captain's chat the first 2 weeks was all about, yo, bam, 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 don't send. Bam, 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 don't send. Bam, bam, don't send. And then, bro, Jerry's a fucking dickhead. Send. Jerry sucks. Send. Don't sleep sucks. Send. Like, it was the Jerry massacre the first 2 weeks, and he took it. He trolled with it. Like, I like him. I like him a lot. I think
I knew of him from the flag football world and just watching Don't Sleep, but I never had a conversation with him. And I've had a few with him now, and seems like a pretty cool dude. Seems like he's done deal material.
And I definitely think that the troll went a little far to where he was ranked, like, I think 3rd or 4th overall player in the draft, and he dropped to 12.
Right.
So a lot of these captains were like, I'm taking that guy. And I think it's because they think he sucks in Top Gun. And who's the guy you go to when you're playing Don't Sleep? Jerry, right? But they need to understand it's a different world. Like, now Jerry's covering tier 2s. He's not covering D-Rock. He's not covering JJ from 305. He's... So, yeah, I like Jerry. I'm going to drop a little inside captain's chat scoop. Yeah, so another episode of the captain's drama is that Drew texted me a couple days ago and was like, yo, let me get Bender. I said, what? And he's like, yeah, let me get Bender for Laz. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, but what do you... He's like, yeah, Laz is dropping. I said, all right, reach out to DDPA, text Edgar, have them go. If it goes through, I'm not going to veto. Like, if I think the DDPA goes through, like, that's it, good enough. You get 3 out of those guys, 3 out of the 5, I trust them. To vote yes, then it goes through. And he said, perfect. So Edgar texted me like, yo, what's the waiting list? I said, what? There's no waiting list. What are you talking about? Like, I need a list of the players that come out. I said, bro, he can bring whoever he wants. If you guys approve it, it goes through. All right, cool. Yo, Laz, how are you, bro? I'm sorry to hear that. I know you're saving lives in Louisiana. It sucks that you're dropping out of the season. I text Laz that. What are you talking about? I didn't drop. Like, your captain is looking for a replacement for you. It's like, oh, my captain told me to drop, but I'm not dropping. Like, I'm only missing a week. I said, all right, I know. I've heard this. So, yeah, to go over this whole trade and substitutions and replacements, I'm going to give you guys some scoops because I'm the commissioner of the season. It's very simple. There's no waiting list. If a player gets hurt, and drops, or a player cannot make it in the season and decides to drop, the player must drop himself. The captain cannot force a player to drop. There's a thing called the hostage zone, which was made up by Eddie, Edgar, and Baca. The new little clique. That's the new clique in the captain's chat. These guys like to hype each other up about this whole hostage zone. So whenever one of their players gets hurt or doesn't text back within 10 minutes, oh, I've entered the hostage zone, bro. I can't trade this guy. This guy doesn't answer. He's not showing up. My team's going to suck now because they have me hostage. All of that is BS. So if a player goes down, the captain can now go and find any replacement he wants out in Miami. Go out, ask your friend, ask this guy, ask anyone you want, anyone from Red Zone, anyone that plays flag, bring them. And submit that player to the DDPA. If the DDPA approves it, it goes to me. I'm going to approve it. It goes through the players in. So there's no list. Now, what you can do is if you're not sure, a player of the equal or lesser of the talent, and you want to ask the DDPA to give you some suggestions, you can do that. But understand that there's no list right now, or there's no waiting list. It's not next man up. That being said, Drew, you're a dick for telling Laz, because Laz is a good person. And Laz actually told me if Drew wants me to drop, I'm going to drop. and that's not fair. I think if you're missing a week, you should definitely stay in. If you're missing 2 weeks, that's half the season, I think you should drop. And I told him that. So that being said, Andy, I need your scoop on your tier 5, bro. This guy keeps telling people that he's the best tier 5.
What can I tell you?
Before you go, I'm gonna read you some names.
Okay.
That went tier 5.
All right.
Lázaro Sanchez Alabao, they call him. Played
I've seen him play.
Okay. Arnold Boo, 6'3", the Bear.
That guy's not a tier 5.
Okay, I'm gonna continue.
I played against him the other day.
Ray, Reggie Burger Martinez, Juan Sanchez, Harold, Chris Marin, and Nick. I still think are better than Roger. All of the Gabe Sanchez better than Roger. All of those guys are in Roger's tier. You think Roger's the best tier 5, even though he's on your team?
Obviously not. Come on. I mean,
okay.
If I have to be unbiased, of course he's not the best tier 5. But you know, I kind of like that he has that mentality for you know, you got to kind of have that mentality. You think you're the best. I kind of feel like I'm the best, but you know, if you don't have that, but no, he's not on planet Earth. Those guys are way better than he is. But you know, it's Roger. Gotta love him for it. He thinks he's better than me. So.
No, and I'm here to remind you as a friend that you're not the best, so that's good. That's why we need friends, like real friends like me.
Yeah, so
and you that you remind friends that you're not good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just named you 9 guys, so at best I would say Roger is the best of the middle of tier 5.
So let me ask you a question. You think he won tier 5 because of a popularity contest, or did he really win?
No, I think tier 5 was completely different last season. The top of tier 5 last season was Jesus, was Harold, was Roger, was Big Burke. So it was a different animal. Like this season's tier 5 is completely different. And I think what helped Roger and didn't help Harold, because Harold was obviously the best tier 5 last season. But the reason Roger won it and he earned it was Big Burke going down halfway through the season. Now Roger's getting all 100% playing time. Harold only missed like their season. Only didn't have Nico P week 1, but they had everyone else the rest of the season. So Harold was rotating. Even though he made a lot of plays, he didn't get a lot of playing time. He was a tier 5, didn't start the game. But yeah, I don't think Roger was better than Harold last season, but the stats showed that he had better stats. And that's what, bro, the best player doesn't win it. Julio Iglesias won it over Dusty. Like the best player usually doesn't win the best tier. But yeah, I think Roger, to be honest, is a middle of the pack tier 5. You can say he has the best hands in tier 5. You can say he has double moves, whatever that is, that I keep hearing around. But whatever. Andy, I'm going to ask you to unmute yourself really quick. And I have a message for you. I don't have it on here because I'm not very good with technology, but I want to let you know. I'm going to read it off paper because it was a text that was sent to me, and I wrote it down. Bro, let Andy know that I'm very, very sorry for everything I've done. And I wish him the best, and I would love to play with him on one team, one season. And even if Grown Up is playing, I would love to have Andy wear a Nas jersey one time.
That's such a troll. That
was written by Angel. And it was sent to
all I see is a blank piece of paper.
All right, bro. Listen, Angel suspension is up in about 3 months. What happens then?
Bring him back. Bring him back so we can kick him out again.
All right. All right, that's fair.
Yeah. Bring him back.
I had a player that I look up to tell me that, and he's actually, it's a coincidence, but he's actually in this meeting right now with us, in this segment. And he told me that, bro, bring him back. He's going to hang himself. And people like that won't change. And I will tell you, Angel, I hope you're watching this. You may not believe it, and I'm a 100% troll. And I may be trolling right now, who the fuck knows? But I'm one of the guys that root for you. Like I want you in the deal. Like I love that you're in the deal. Like Angel thinks that I'm like against him. Like, or I guess that's what people are saying, that, oh, Angel thinks that you're the one that's kicking him out, or you're the one that doesn't like him, or like Angel doesn't know that I look out for him. He thinks because I ignore his invites to his house, maybe I don't like him. But bro, we're cool. Like this is something people don't know. I text him weekly. I shoot him a text whether he wants to answer what I say or not. I shoot him a text reminding him that DD misses him. But yeah, I guess we'll bring him back soon if he wants to join us. There's a video out there that says "Me cago en la de Dundee, 6 more months, another year." Who knows? Maybe he doesn't sign up. So you want him back? You're muted, Andy.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, why not? Bring him back. Have more drama in the league.
That wasn't the question. The question was, do you want him back?
Oh yeah, bring him back. I said it. Bring him back. I said it when we had our conference call. Bring him back. I don't want to be the reason.
You were gonna put him the picture of him in the as your background today. But what's up with that picture behind you? Little shout out to.
Oh, that's a turnover chain there. Had to return it. Had to return it. Yeah.
I like it.
Rough weekend for the Canes.
Yeah, rough weekend. Rough weekend for everyone in Florida, I think, and in the ACC.
Well, I'll take Florida State the way they played last night. That was enjoyable to watch again. It's been 4 years of misery watching them. At least they competed last night.
Yeah, definitely. They balled out. They had the same amount of wins as UM to start the season.
That's fine.
I heard you. All right. If you want to mute yourself really quick, I'm gonna go on a little rant. So I have two of my favorite rookies that are rookies in the season. They're not necessarily rookies in the league. Mikey and Pablo. These guys, I don't know who they've been talking to, but they said that it's not them. It's the people that they talk to that they say I suck at flag football. And obviously that's fine. Like, not that I care what they think, because obviously they're awful at flag football. If it came from one of the guys that I go to war with and that's really good, and they'd be like, "Bro, John's bad," I'd reach out. I'd be like, "Yo." Like, for example, like a Chink, a Munch, Edgar, like, "Yo, you really think I suck? Why? Tell me why to see. Maybe I have to work on something, whatever." But to hear from these guys, they're like, "Yeah, bro, I thought you were just like a commissioner and like you ran a league and you're an owner and you're bald and you're fat. Like, I thought you were awful at flag football." And I was like, "Bro, I'll be back soon." Pablo's been running his mouth, so I'm super excited about that. Like, he has no idea that I could line up in front of him, like literally a yard in front of him, and he won't catch a pass. Like, he has no idea, but he's gonna learn soon. Mikey has no idea that I dominate on another level. Like, Dundee is a different animal. Like, Dundee, you stand out. You're not carrying an entire team of like loaded guys. Like, if you're not on top of your game at every level as the captain, you're not winning. Like, you need to draft well, and bro, they have no idea that not only am I smart on every aspect of like drafting and like trading and like both offense and defense. Like, bro, like this game is so slow to me that my tier 5s to me are like tier 2s. I look at them as they're like little robots on iRobot, and they're like little robots of mismatches. And I think that I could probably beat their team of juice with 4s and 5s. Like, you give me you as my 4, a Rafa or a Jose or Laz, and a 2 top tier 5s, and I could beat Juice any day of the week in flag football. But whatever, that's my 2 cents on those two guys. Obviously, they're good. They're tier 2s for a reason, but no shot that that team, Juice, Ran, Nas, whatever they want to call themselves, comes close to beating me in a done deal game. All right. You have anything to say about those guys? I know that the Fumigator, Exterminator was going at it with you guys for a little bit.
Yeah, Mikey's a clown. He's always been a clown, but he's always on our sideline watching us win. So, he watched us there when we won BU playing quarterback. He knows what's up. It's outside bowl, but he knows what's up. He knows who's daddy.
He might actually, bro, he says he doesn't remember me. But what's funny is that I remember this guy. So when I retired from flag that you guys brought me back and went to Worlds, that I was playing with Dynasty and with grown-ups, Mikey was in our tent of grown-ups that Worlds. He was playing with Mojo. And I was like, bro, I hope we play Mojo. We're in the semis. Like, they were playing the team that we played in the championship. And they scored 0 points in the semis. And they lost, which was a good team. They had a really good defense. Those white guys, I had never seen them before. They had a good defense, bro, but you can't score 0 points. Like, you had a good team. Mikey was in that.
Mikey said we were going to get bounced out in the first round. He was in there talking all that shit.
Yeah, whatever. I mean,
fucking Mikey.
But
that's why I don't even pay attention to him anymore. I just laugh.
So he was in the tent, and I remember him saying bro, like you guys gotta put me on grown-ups. Y'all got some raw jerseys, about whatever. But bro, I never heard about that guy ever again. I didn't hear about until like 6 months ago. And I remembered because me and Willie were talking about it. That bro, that was the guy that was the 10. Where you were saying taking beers, he was a 10. Like, damn, bro, I want to be with you. Like, I want to be friends with you guys. Hang out with you guys. Like, fucking nerd.
Yeah, he was there. He was taking beer like he was drinking them like water. He must have got like through. I'm not kidding, like 2 cases of our beer, like straight up.
Yeah, I believe it. It showed on the field. Those guys 0 points in the game, bro. Come on, man, that's embarrassing.
Awful,
Like,
awful.
come on, we can punt the ball and score a touchdown in flag football. Like, bro, 0.
And not for nothing, but Petra abused Mojo in that semifinal game.
Yeah, I didn't get to play them because I was only throwing 5s for you guys. I know you played them in 4s.
Abused them. It wasn't even fun. Like, it was like child abuse. Like, Petra should have got to jail.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
All right, let's move on from those dorks. Yo, trade talk. We had the most amount of trades pre-draft done deals ever seen. It was going crazy. One of my favorite captains this season, AJ, Mr. Post Corner. Bro, that guy was texting me every single day, and it wasn't for my advice. It was for like, yo, I traded. Check what's up. Yo, I traded. Check what's up. Yo, I traded. Hurry up. Yo, stop sleeping. Yo, I traded again. Bro, and every trade he made himself better. It was crazy. Like, it was like, I was like, dude, is he getting lucky? Because he kind of asked dumb questions where I'm like, wait. How did you make this trade? But then you're asking me this. Like, that made no sense. Or he'll make a trade that benefited like a type of strategy, but then he would ask me a question about like a different strategy. And I'll be like, bro, how are you making these trades and you're raping these captains? But then you have no idea who you're drafting. Like, I would have thought you're moving yourself, because that's what people do. In done deal, you trade players for value, but you trade picks for certain guys. So like, people will move up because they want to draft a certain guy. They want to move back to draft a certain guy. This guy was like, no, let's go. Let's keep him coming. Keep him coming. Keep trading. He's like, once I told him you can't trade after the draft, he's like, no, man, I want to keep trading. So I don't know if that's good for the Panthers or not, because they got a Nico in their hands. He might not look the part in the sense that like he's quiet, he doesn't talk in the chat. This guy likes trading. So Perra, Ant, Pepito, Christian P, be careful. Let me tell you guys, I'm gonna tell you something, Andy, about I got some sources, and I'm hearing these 5 names a lot. I don't know if they're gonna be moved, if captains are the ones asking about them, but Devin, Marshall, Ham, Enzo, and Hollywood, I would be very, very surprised if they're on the same team week 2. What do you think?
Yeah, Devin for sure is not going to be there. I don't see how that. Yeah, I see he's gone. Marshall, after 1 week of Pat playing with him, he's going to see that he can't get him to do what he wants. He's going to maybe get frustrated with him. And then, Enzo that's going to be a package deal. Enzo and Ham. Yeah, for sure. Pinky's going to make a trade. Pinky's not going to sit back. He's going to make a trade this year.
Yeah, usually the number 1 ranked captain gets fucked over with like drafting. He got a great draft. Like,
he did. Phenomenal.
He got Enzo where he wanted him. He got Ham as the middle of tier 3. That's a steal.
Yeah.
Like, and bro, he talks so much shit about Ham. Hopefully Ham sees this and trades Edgar before Edgar trades him, because I think it happened.
Oh, wouldn't that be great?
That'd be great.
Be amazing.
But let me tell you, after that tournament, Edgar was like, yo, I'm never playing with that guy again. I'm never drafting him. And he said it in the captain chat. He didn't tell me that. So that's why I'm talking about it. Like, he was like, yo, bro, this guy, I'm never playing with him. And he even said in the draft, he's like, bro, you guys are making me draft this guy. I don't want to, but he's there. I have to take him. Bro, Ham is a dog. Like, yeah, he might not be the best teammate or whatever, which I still think he's a good teammate. And I might have, I throw some little lies in there, to make some trades happen. And I might have said that he might have said some things about stats, and maybe it was true, maybe it wasn't. You'll never know. Now it's too late. But bro, Ham was being covered by tier 1s, by Lewis's, by CC's, by Jordan's, by Chris D, by Drew, and the guy was eating with me.
I threw with him in the scrimmage, one of the scrimmages this season. I was pretty impressed. And, obviously I kept it simple for him. I didn't complicate things. It was either go route or slant go or hitch go. And he was burning people. I mean,
he runs a nice slant go.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. And so check me out. My first loss in Done Deal, my rookie season, we're playing Drew. Drew, great team. Drafted great. JD was throwing. JD was hot. I had never met him. I was like, bro, this guy was making reads. He was playing better than how he's playing right now, in my opinion. And first play of the game, Drew bombs Ham. Down the sideline, boom, bombs him. And Ham comes to the huddle and he's like, man, I'm sorry. I'm like, bro, don't be sorry. You're going to bomb his ass right now. First play of our offensive huddle, I sent on a one-on-one, Ham slanko on Drew. And Drew didn't even bite. Bro, toe-to-toe, boom, bomb, end zone to end zone. Bombed them. Like, and now, bro, he's being covered by tier threes. Like, this guy, that team's going to be great. If he trades, it's going to hurt the team, I think, unless he can do something where, like, he trades Ham and Enzo for, like, a captain and a tier 5. But, yeah, I don't think he should, but I think one of them are gone. I keep hearing the name. And tell me about this guy Hollywood, bro. This guy says, I don't know if it was he was some feud with you this week in the chat, but now I'm hearing that he might get traded.
Oh, that was Hollywood that I was fighting with?
Yeah, who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know it was Hollywood. All right, cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
that's what we were going at with.
That's who was talking shit to me?
Yep.
Yeah, I saw Jonathan whatever on the thing, and I'm like,
Jonathan
what's this guy?
Alvarez.
He keeps taking shots at me. I'm like, dude, I don't even know who the fuck you are. Like, shut the fuck up. But it's Hollywood. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
It's Hollywood.
I wish he would have said, hey, it's Hollywood. But
yeah. Then you wouldn't have taken it that easy then?
No, I would have laughed. But
okay.
You
would have laughed. There's a video that surfaced of him that I won't give up my sources, but a guy named Enzo sent it. That shows Hollywood when he pulled his hamstring and he couldn't walk.
Oh
and bro,
my
as soon as that happened, boom, posted in the captain's chat. They got posted in the captain's chat. Chink was like, what the hell? Like, is this real? Whatever. And now it's looking like he's going to miss week 1.
No.
Yep.
So what does Chink do? You can't, Chink.
Yeah, he takes 4 outs. You got to wait. It's
going to be a long season for Chink.
You know what? Let's talk about that. I'm going to give you I'm actually going to choose 4 teams I don't think make it to the playoffs in each division, and I want you to tell me why. Why do you think they don't make it?
Right.
So even though I'm not putting you on the hot seat because it's me,
right?
Shout out to CP and the greatest segment in the world. I'm going to give you a team that's not making it.
Right.
Tell me why they're not making it. Okay. And I'll even give you the roster.
All right.
From the North Conference, the Jaguars aren't making it. They have Laura, Julian, Sebastian. I don't even think you know who Sebastian is. George Garcia and Harold.
Yeah. They don't have a quarterback. If I had to look at one thing, I don't think they have a quarterback. So who's playing quarterback on that team? Like, let me ask you that.
Okay, so Sebastian is a quarterback at high school, apparently, from what I heard.
So is Polly, so is Pat. Sorry, everybody's a quarterback in high school.
Apparently, this guy was the truth in high school.
Okay.
He was Chris D's high school quarterback. I saw him at the scrimmage on Thursday. I would rather have Dax play quarterback than Sebastian from what I saw.
You trolling for real? Is that
no, but he's got an arm, but he's not a flag quarterback. He hasn't played flag quarterback in 10 years.
Okay.
So no, he's not. So from what I'm hearing in my sources, Laura will start under center week 1, which then means Laura will be throwing to Julian, Sebastian, and George Garcia.
But let me ask you this: like Laura, you don't like if you have a Laura on your team, your offense is not that complicated. Like he can throw him a go route, he can throw him a post. Like if you're a high school quarterback and they say he has an arm, you don't think you can get him the ball?
I think if we were in one-on-ones at Tropical Park, yeah, he can beat a corner at one-on-one. But if we're playing, like if I'm playing them and I'm playing corner on Laura, I'm not playing at 5 yards off. I'm playing 7 to 10 yards off, and he can have a hitch. And Sebastian's probably not going to be able to make that hitch throw every single time. Eventually, he gets jumped over.
But if you're a high school quarterback,
that deal you win with plays, bro. Like a quarterback needs to have plays. Like if you're running just straight one-on-one routes, I don't think, especially not captain on captain. Like if you have a huge mismatch, yeah, take them out. You know, you're tier 5, outrun their tier 5. Then yeah, that's a mismatch. But I don't think that team. That's why I have them on there. I don't. But again, you think it's because.
Yeah, quarterback. I think that's the biggest thing that I see with that team.
All right, I'm going to give you another team, the Packers. Chink, Hollywood, Genesis, Joe, and Jesus.
Well, they don't have a quarterback, and Hollywood popped his hamstring. No chance.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah. It was,
So now there's a trend of if you don't have a quarterback, you're not making playoffs.
well, those two teams you gave me.
Yeah,
don't
that's
have
what I'm
a
saying. So
quarterback.
that's a trend so far.
Yeah, and Chink doesn't know done deal yet, and that's another factor playing into this. You know.
Yep, I agree. All right, what about? I don't think the Packers make it. One over the Packers, the Cardinals.
Ooh, CC.
This is why I don't think they make it. And then
Okay.
you can go on. The Cardinals don't have Ricky week 2.
Okay.
So week 2, AD is throwing to CC, Molly, and Simpy.
Yeah, it's gonna be a rough week 2. Rough week 2. Yeah.
That sounds like an 0-4.
Yeah. I love Simply though. He's my boy, but
Yeah, I love everyone.
that's rough. That is rough. And JD, let me tell you something. We're gonna see a lot. We're gonna see who JD is really this season because they ain't got Lewis anymore. Let's see if he can keep up that pace that he was throwing at last season.
Okay.
Let's
You're
see
listening, JD, you hear that?
Yeah, let's see. Let's see. I'm not knocking you. I want to see it without Lewis.
So there's 6 teams make it from the North until the playoffs. One more team doesn't make it, and I don't think the Bears make it. Here we go. You got Dusty, Danny, Chris J, Andres D. I know you don't know who that is, and Michael Lasso.
You know, Dusty lost this at the draft or pre-draft with trading out of the number 1 and not trading his 80th pick. He lost. He lost the season when he did that.
Oh,
in my opinion. Yeah.
Okay. And there was the shock of the draft. I think is that George Ramos didn't go 80th. Lasso went 80th.
Yeah, that's another one.
And that was Eddie doing his homework, seeing that George was missing a week.
Right.
And was like, you know what? This guy won't have a 2 tier 5s week 3, I'll have him the rest of the weeks. Maybe I can go 4-0 that week. He's gonna have to. Right. This team sucks.
Yeah, Eddie's not making the playoffs.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
Is he one of your teams? Is that one of the teams in the South?
100%. Let's go with them first. There's no way the Chargers make it.
Yeah.
So we got Eddie, Ian, Julio Gonzalez, studs. That team right there maybe wins a game. Then you got David Davila and George Ramos.
Yeah. You know, people don't understand this in this league, and I would think Eddie would know because he's already played a season in Dundee, and he understands. You win with your tier 4s and tier 5s. That's where you win this league. And I don't know what the hell he was thinking.
Andy, can you imagine you playing quarterback? I'm not even going to say myself. I'm going to tell you this season, pulling up with your team, and on the other side after your 3rd rotation, you see Eddie at safety, Julio Gonzalez rushing, and you have David Davila and George Ramos at corners.
Oh, my God.
With Eddie at safety.
Eddie might stroke out. Like, he might have a stroke in the middle of a game. Like, he's going to have a stroke just from screaming so much that we're going to have to call an ambulance and get him to the hospital because he's going to stroke.
Yeah,
it's going to be a long, long season.
That team's awful. They're going to look good that week that George is out. And breaking news this morning at Continental. One, did I destroy everyone I played? If you're there and you think I'm lying, put it in the chat. Bro, I was throwing against like the defense had Paulie, Chris D, Dax, and Dax played good today. Julian, loaded, and these guys couldn't stop Juan Sanchez and Gabe Sanchez. Like it was open every single play that I threw, somebody wide open touchdown. That was with Gabe Sanchez volleyballing, spiking the ball every other play. Like, bro, crazy. But yeah, that's me. Let me tell you, I think Eddie, awful draft, awful strategy. He didn't learn with the Baca strategy of taking 2 tier 2s and having 2 tier 5s. Bro,
why do these guys complicate this? This is not that hard.
I don't get it. I think he freaked out about wanting KP or Ian. And he's like, you know what? If I have one of those guys, they're better than Julio from last season. I can get over the hump of having 2 tier 5s. Last season, he had no tier 5s. CP was his worst player. Now you have 2 of them, bro.
I think, honestly, you can win. Like, if you have a top tier 4, top tier 5, and lower tier 2, tier 3, you can win the league. Especially an Eddie that's he's a good quarterback.
Yeah, I 100% I agree. You make it harder on yourself.
You're making it harder on yourself.
I always said it. I don't want those like top 4 or 5 picks because I don't want a low 4 or 5.
Right.
I trade out of the first round. Like I traded out of the first round, and my team was all 3s and 4s.
Yeah, you
Like,
have
give me
athletes.
3s and
You always
4s.
have athletes on your teams. Yeah.
Give me 3s and 4s, bro. I had Randolph, Ernie, Jeremy my first week, and Laz as my tier 5.
Yeah.
The good Laz.
You're gonna win the league, by the way.
Yeah.
You
And then I traded Jeremy because the Fox did quarterback for Ant Nunez. So Ant Nunez was my 4, Laz is my 5. Like, and these guys are smart, bro. These guys aren't like they're veteran in the flag world. They're veteran like knowing the game of flag and knowing because at the end of the day, you can say done deal is a different animal. Bro, you're calling the same plays. Like you're calling flag football plays. It's 4-on-4. Like it's mind-boggling the fact that these guys make complicated for themselves. Complicate themselves with these.
But you know what? You see that you obviously this is like football, but I'm not trying to compare it's apples versus oranges, but you see that in coaches, NFL, NBA, they try to like outthink the opponent or the situation instead of like just going with the roster that they have or going with certain things. They just overcomplicate things, and I think sometimes we fall into that trap. And I don't know why, because they are smart guys. They've been in done deal. He knows done deal. Like he should know better.
Yep,
so I don't know why he did that.
I agree. All right, enough talk of that trash bucket of a team. The Ravens. Let me read you the name of the Ravens. I'm a little sad because I like the guys on the Ravens, but Monchi, Pablo, Ernie, Jeremy, and Kenny. Solid defense, but go ahead, get away.
That defense is gonna be tough. I mean, I see a lot of games 2-1, 3-1. Like it's gonna be close games like that. Do I think they're at the bottom of the barrel? I don't know. I think their defense is good enough. If they can figure out how to put the ball in the end zone a few times, they can win some games. But I do think they won't make the playoffs. I agree.
Yeah, let me tell you, Ernie rushing in his natural position, not having to cover, and then putting Jeremy and Pablo at corners, or Pablo at safety, and then Monchi and Jeremy at corners. That's an amazing defense. I think they can hold teams to like 1 or 2. The problem is that I think they will also not score many points, and done deal offense wins games. You can have the best defense in the world. If you have a quarterback that knows how to pick apart, which there might be a couple.
But look at what Mo did.
I think this is
yeah, but look at what Mo did with the Bucks. They had a stout defense, and they started running line play and running all the type of bullshit, and they won 6-1 or something.
And that's what I think. I think that if they figure out a way of making a trade or getting a gimmick offense like the Bucks did, they can do it. The problem I see here is that Jeremy's not that quarterback. Jeremy's a quarterback that's going to be in shotgun, and he's going to play like you. He's going to play in shotgun. He's going to play like a traditional quarterback and throw the ball down the field. And that's where problems happen. Last season scrimmage, Jeremy played quarterback for most teams, and JD picked him off 3 straight times, 3 pick sixes. JD.
How does that happen?
And Jeremy goes, I will never play quarterback again.
Oh, my God.
And then he looks at me and he was like, bro, you're right. Like, I really do suck.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, but I do think they're so loaded. Like, Monchi drafted so good that I think that they're gonna be like a bubble team, Like
they're a bubble team.
I have 4 teams need to be out.
Right.
I do think that maybe they're that 7th seed or 6 or 7 or around there. Like, but I had to.
Or maybe Munchie. Listen, he's got some ammunition there. He can make a trade. He can always make a trade.
Yeah, definitely. He needs to make a trade.
Yeah.
If that team doesn't trade, I don't think they get it. Let's go off of one of my favorite captains, Paulie, and the Saints. They ain't making the playoffs. Paulie, KP, Suazo, Manu, Big Bird.
Yeah, it's tough. When Manu and Bert are in the field at the same time, I played against them, and we weren't on our full team. It's just this mismatches everywhere.
Yeah, after the 3rd rotation, where KP steps out, the players on the field for 1 rotation will be Paulie going to Suasu, Manu, and Big Bird.
Yeah.
And then when Paulie has to get off on defense, you have KP, Suazu, Manu, and Big Bird. Yeah. Like, I don't think – the problem is that I think Manu's a good tier 4 a couple seasons ago, but now the tier 4s are gotten so loaded You have Marcos, Chris Suazo, which is nice. Joe, you have Rafa, you have Laz, Ito, Gianni. Like, bro, it's my cousin, Andres, CP. Um, something. He had a loaded team in the even though I had him going doing bad because I didn't know Paulie could throw a ball. And even though he's got a funky motion, the ball gets. I just don't. I don't see that team having enough. Like after the second rotation, you have Manu and Big Bird. Like it's gonna be.
And I know he's excited because he went to these scrimmages and his team was balling, but a lot of these teams were like we didn't have all our guys, and Roger was abusing Manu and Big Bird. Like I was just using it as a mismatch, and I was isolating Roger. Like I was spreading him out wide. Oh yeah, spreading him out wide, running outs, ins, like slants, and Roger was just eating. I don't know if you saw the video of Roger just going nuts against him in the scrimmage. It's like 2 videos out there.
No,
and one that he caught on Big Bird, he took it from him, and he scored on Manu on a slant. And I saw that. As soon as I saw that, I started going at them. And I think they're going to have a long, long season when it comes to them being on the field.
Yeah, Manu's a tricky player because if you look at him, you're like, this guy blows.
Right.
And then out of nowhere, in 3 seconds, he's next to your flag. Or he starts running away from you.
He's a good he's a good rusher.
Yeah.
I just don't think he's a cover guy. Like I saw him in coverage, and I saw it right away.
And he's gonna have to. You know why I think he's gonna have to cover? Because Suazo's main position is rushing.
Right.
And then after that, Big Bird's gonna have to rush.
Yeah.
So
Big Bird takes 3 days to get to you, so that ain't gonna work.
I like Big Bird. I think Big Bird's better than Roger, and you heard it here first. Roger came to light in the deal when Big Bird went down. Shout out to Bert Smokes.
Shout out to Bert Smokes. I know, boy. Roger was balling him up the other day. Balling him up.
Yo, video, you lying, bro. I need figure it ain't real. I need to see it.
Oh, I got videos. There's one out there.
The last team I don't think gets in, and this one hurts, is the Falcons. Lulu, Raymet, Shamir, Manny E, Chris Marin. Let me tell you, Lulu drafted exactly who he wanted. Before I could even say the Falcons are on the clock, I would get a text with the pick. Every single person he wanted was there. He got very lucky that Shamir was there in the second round because he wanted to take Shamir in the first round. And he wasn't sure what Lewis was going to do, if Lewis was going to take him or not. He gambled and took Raymet, which everyone thought was crazy. But then was able to get Shamir. This team would be locked in for playoffs as a top 6 team, but Lulu once again is out for a week. And now you have going 4 hard in that sun, Raymet, Shamir, Manny E, and Chris Marin on week 4, I think.
Yeah, they don't get a W that week. It'll be rough. That Raymet pick as a tier 2. I love Raymet. I think he's a good player. I think Lulu wants to play quarterback. That's what I keep hearing.
I think Raymet is the quarterback, but I think Lulu may not make him like a traditional all-time QB, so that Lulu gets a drive in at quarterback, and then we'll want to get a lot of handoffs. I hope I'm right, and he lets Raymet take over the offense and uses Lulu at receiver, because now you can put Manny E. Shout out, look, Lulu, I'm giving you some advice here. Put Manny E at center, which is his normal position. Raymet throwing, and Shamir and Lulu on the outside.
No, it's a mismatch everywhere.
Very few teams that can cover Shamir if you're covering Lulu on one side. And then Manny can eat in the middle.
Yeah, yeah.
But now you put Lulu at quarterback, throwing to Raymet, Shamir, and Manny. Raymet and Manny are the same player.
Yep.
If not, if Raymet's not throwing.
Yep.
That's awful.
It's a head scratcher. If he does not start Raymet at quarterback, it's a big head scratcher. And it's another captain overthinking and trying to make themselves look good, thinking that they're the smartest guy in the room. And I hope he doesn't do that. It's going to be a long season.
All right, real quick, something new on All the Smoke. I'm going to give you 3 names. You got to rank them as best, middle class, and the worst. All right? They're going to be guys that were dropped in the same tier. and are somewhat close to each other.
Okay, so rank them 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And on overall player, done deal, offense and defense.
Okay.
Forrest, Ham, and Ernie. All those guys went within 4 picks of each other.
God, that's a tough one. I think Ham won. I don't know. You know, Forrest is a tricky one for me. I think David.
Talking football, by the way, we know he's awful at basketball.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just talking about football. I think I don't know if David put him in a good position to you know. David's good.
He was a 4. He was a 4 last season.
I know, and he's a 3 this season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Ham, Ernie, and probably then Forrest.
Okay. But I'm happy that you took that route and put Ernie at second. Because I was going to destroy you the fact that you had Ernie showing up to Continental Park in a Rhodes uniform on Labor Day weekend, begging to hang out with us, but he had to work. He had to shoot out and go get some time. Shout out to Ernie.
Good job, Ernie. Good job.
Shout out. All right, boys. And this is a nips of what you're going to be getting and all the smoke. We like to try to cover all the drama, all the scoops. And if you have anything, shoot it over. Shoot it to me, shoot it to Andy, and we'll save it for next episode. Next episode, we'll be joined by 2 captains after week 1. So much love.
All right, guys. Peace out.